These 6 endurance racing moments will most likely cause you anxiety. Number 6. At the famous 6 Hours of Spa race in Belgium, excitement turns into dread at one of the fastest parts on the challenging track of Eau Rouge. Dutch racer Renger van der Zande in his Cadillac is locked in a thrilling battle with 2 Ferraris. But as they clear a treacherous turn and begin to pick up speed, this happens.
It's just, it's like as the car bottomed in Eau Rouge, and that just sent it.
He straddled the curb, didn't
Renger van der Zande's car slides out of control, smashing sideways into the barrier. In an instant, the right side is shredded. The spectators gasp as the scene unfolds. Incredibly, van der Zande climbs out on his own, even waving to the crowd. It's reported that a steering failure left him helpless at that critical moment, a pulse-pounding reminder of the danger lurking in endurance racing. Number 5. At the 2022 6 Hours of Monza race, Portuguese driver Henrique Chaves, behind his Aston Martin TF Sport, is hurtling down the track, giving it his all for the championship lead. But as he approaches a very challenging turn on the circuit, a breathtaking scene begins to unfold.
Looks like he's got oh my goodness, takes off over the sausage curbs that rip the side out of the car and the floor.
Chaves' car flies before slamming into the ground, a cloud of dust and debris in its wake. The spectators watch in shock as the 2,755-pound machine comes to rest, battered and wrecked. Velocity in such a turn meant to be taken at low speeds is the main cause of this misfortune. Miraculously, Chaves climbs out of the wreckage, unhurt but visibly shaken. His words later reflect the gravity of the event, describing it as the worst day of his career. Number 4. At the legendary Le Mans 24-hour race in 2011, an unthinkable event occurs. Scottish driver Allan McNish in his Audi is storming his way up from 5th on the grid, with every lap moving closer to the lead. As McNish attempts to lap a slower driver, he clips French driver Anthony Beltoise's GTE Pro Ferrari. What follows next is a scene straight out of hell.
Bernard, that's for the lead of the race.
It wasn't there. We're talking about it. It's really difficult to see.
McNish's Audi slides across the gravel and is suddenly airborne, spinning violently through the air. Incredibly, the vehicle spins back onto the trackside, landing upside down. Trackside personnel push the car to tip it right side up, and the 41-year-old McNish at the time is pulled free, shaken but remarkably unharmed with no major injuries. As for the wall of tires, they had done their job, containing what could have been a catastrophic disaster. Number 3. At the season finale of the World Endurance Championship in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the Interlagos circuit is swarming with anticipation. Australian former F1 driver Mark Webber is now behind the wheel of a Porsche 919. The tension mounts with every lap, but then in the 14th corner, the unthinkable happens.
Just have another look at the gear in the background. Yeah,
impact had happened already, John.
Yeah, it may have been that Mark
Webber collides with a Ferrari driven by Italian driver Matteo Cressoni. The Porsche slams violently into the safety wall in reverse and is left in ruins, flames licking the wreckage. The crowd is silenced as they await news of the drivers. Then, a moment of relief. Webber gives a thumbs up before being rushed to the medical center. Both drivers are taken to the local hospital, but thankfully, the FIA's statement reports their condition as satisfactory, as both drivers came out without major injuries. Number 2. Celebrating its 100th anniversary, the 24-hour Le Mans endurance race kicks off. American driver Rodrigo Sales is driving for the Nielsen Racing Team, and everything seems to be going smoothly. But as he's being overtaken and preparing for a corner, something goes terribly wrong.
Oh, he lost it by himself.
I think he was looking too hard at the car coming.
Sales loses control of his car, and it spins wildly before crashing into the side barrier. The car's right front wheel is torn off, and the vehicle is left in ruins. The race is stopped momentarily, and hearts stop as everyone waits to hear news of the driver. Fortunately, Sales is unhurt, and the Nielsen team confirms this quickly. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the vehicle, and thus ending their race in just the first 90 minutes. Number 1. At the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1999, Scottish driver Peter Dumbreck is driving his Mercedes CLR, a car shared with his teammates, when suddenly the unthinkable happens.
Here we go. Oh my God, the Mercedes has taken off.
As he's speeding between two sections of the track, the car loses control and flips into the air. It's a scene no one could have believed had it not been caught on tape. The car somersaults an astonishing 30 feet high, crashing through the trees where it finally lands on its wheels. Marshals at the scene are momentarily paralyzed by the shock of what they've just witnessed. Everyone's heart is in their mouths as they wait for news of Dumbreck. Amazingly, he's not seriously injured. Dazed and bruised, he even manages to get himself out of the wrecked car. He's sent to the hospital for a checkup, but it's soon confirmed that he's okay, aside from some bruises. To call this a miracle would be an understatement. If you thought these moments were shocking, these 5 karting moments you should never watch alone will leave you speechless.